Love 15, Sigemund. She's just broken back here, Sabalenka. All right, welcome to the doubleheader. We've got Sabalenka in big trouble. Love 30 here at 3-all in the in the third. I wish. And we're just about to start with Anisimova taking on Pavlyuchenkova. Winners of these matches play each other in the semi-finals. All right. All right, love 30 here. Sabalenka with a forehand. Into the back of the Sigemund, who hits it wide. 15-30. By the way, chat, people that are saying Sinner might withdraw, he will probably wait till tomorrow. He won't withdraw today. So if he cancelled his practice today, I would be surprised if he pulled out today. I think he'll wait until tomorrow. I think he's going to wait until tomorrow. Because why would you pull out 24 hours before? You'd pull out the second. I don't think he's going to withdraw today. I think he'll try and come back tomorrow and practice in the morning. Just give it the day of not playing today. That's what I think he's trying to do. There's no way that he would withdraw unless it was like something super serious. I'm bored. Bye. All right, bye. Anyways, in the net by Sigemund, 30-all. No, it won't be a minute before the match. He's the second match on court 1, so he's not even the first match tomorrow. So he can, if I was him and probably his team, you'd take the day off, rest. Maybe that's what the doctors have said. You know, don't play today, just take a day, and then wake up tomorrow, see how you feel, and then make a decision in the morning. I think that's the play. I would be shocked if he pulled out today, unless it was something like that he needed surgery or something for. 30-40, like something really bad. If it was something really bad that couldn't be repaired, then yeah, okay. But I would be shocked if he withdrew today. He'll withdraw today if doctors suggest he cannot play. Yeah, if they say that he can't play tomorrow, then he probably won't waste time. But I don't think... If he withdraws today, it's serious. It's really serious, right? But I think if it's soreness because he landed on it awkwardly, then he'll probably see what happens in the morning. Anyways, breakpoint Sigemund. We'll get to Sinner stuff if we have to later. Backhand in there from Sigemund. Sabalenka's hanging on. She's hanging on. Yeah, exactly. He will only pull out today if there's a potential long-term injury. I agree. I think he's probably cancelled the practice just to give him extra rest. Like, why does he need to practice today? He's not playing today. He'll probably have a training session in the morning, and if he cancelled that, that's a big warning. But I think he's probably just being told, take the day off. Don't pick up a racket today. You know, give it rest. All right, advantage Sabalenka to take the lead in the third. But we'll wait and see. He doesn't need any practice? Maybe. All right. Sabalenka serves. A fault second serve. Second serve, Sabalenka. Serve is a double fault. We go back to deuce. Back to deuce. All right. Back to deuce. Sigemund returns to the front of Sabalenka. Sabalenka hits a wide. Sigemund advantage to take the break. Again. All right, advantage Sigemund. Sabalenka serves again. Out wide, the back of the Sigmund. Return goes in front of Sabalenka. Sigmund on the stretch. Sabalenka in control. But he hits it in the net. She played a great point, Sabalenka, and then just hit the error. Just panics. All right. Sigmund breaks again. And it's 4-3 in the third. Yeah, Sabalenka just... That was just a silly error. She played a good point, Sabalenka, until she hit it in the net. All right. Pavlyuchenkova serving first against Anisimova. Who's going to win this one, chat? I'm going to go with Anisimova in 3. But let's see what happens. All right. Anisimova forehand to the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova, and then Anisimova in the net. 15-all. All right. Sigmund with the break. 2 games away from the semis of Wimbledon. To knock out Sabalenka, which is the big deal. All right. 15 love Sigmund. Also 30-40 break for Anisimova to start us off. Sigmund in the net, 15-all. Break point for Anisimova, first game of the match. As the backhand goes into the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova forehand to the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova forehand down the line. It's too good. There's the break. 1 love Anisimova. All right. She starts with a break. All right, 15-all. Sabalenka trying to get the break. I don't think Sabalenka's been in the lead at all in this match, which is really in this set. All right, 30-all. Chance for Sabalenka to get a break point here and try and survive. As Sigmund slicing the forehand, Sabalenka on the net. Sabalenka can't handle these slices. 40-30. She just can't handle the slice. 40-30. Sigmund serves again. And Anisimova, by the way, she's at 30-all. Sigmund with a serve. Into the forehand, Sabalenka. Return the forehand, Sigmund, who hits a slice. This one goes out, though, and Sabalenka smacks it away. She's not happy. Deuce. All right, deuce. As Pavlyuchenkova gets the break point, 30-40. $30-40. $30-40. Backhand return the forehand of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova backhand goes wide and it's deuce. All right, Sabalenka got to break back. This is probably it. Terrible schedule for Wimbledon today. Hey, it's always normal. As that goes in the forehand of Sigmund. Forehand from Sabalenka. She overhits. No, it hit the baseline. Then Sigmund slice. Sabalenka slices it back. Sigmund slices down the line. Sabalenka slices the forehand cross court. What a weird rally. As they just push it cross court. Then Sabalenka tries to hit a topspin. Another forehand from Sabalenka cross court. Sigmund gets it. Sabalenka backhand. Into the back of Sigmund. Sigmund in the net. That's a good rally by Sabalenka, even though it was as ugly as anything. Advantage Sabalenka. That was hideous, that rally. Just such a slice, dice, shocking, yucky, gross, ugly rally. But Sabalenka won it. Somehow. Advantage Sabalenka. Yeah, forehand slices. When somebody's hitting forehand slices, you know that it ain't pretty. I tell you what, if the umpire's going to get involved right now, that'd be crazy. Sigmund is taking a long time between points, but now she serves. Into the back of Sabalenka. Sigmund backhand. Into the forehand. Sabalenka puts up a lob. And a smash from Sigmund. Sabalenka hits it in the net, though. Sigmund survives. We get the deuce. All right, deuce. 2-love Anisimova, by the way. Tell you what, Richard E. Grant is loving this match. He definitely has money on Sigmund. He's like, I picked her a week ago, and I'm up. All right, deuce. Can Sabalenka survive? Now Sigmund serves. As a return for Sabalenka, the slice of Sigmund. She pushed it wide, though. And Sabalenka gets another break point. And that was just wide by Sigmund. Sabalenka to get back on serve here in the final set. Love 30. Anisimova wrecking Pavlyuchenkova at the moment. No update on Sinner's injury. All right. Advantage Sabalenka. Did Sigmund just lose the first serve? The umpire is not amused. He is not happy with how long she's taking. Serve is a fault. Second serve. I tell you, this umpire is one of the nice ones too. And he is just looking at Sigmund like, hurry up. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Return goes to the forehand of Sigmund. Sliced. And out. Sabalenka's back on serve. But it's about holding serve. That's what Sabalenka's struggled to do in this set. All right, 15:40. Anisimova for a double break. She is cruising. This has been nearly a 3-hour match, by the way. And the scoreline hasn't even been like you go 6-4, 6-2, 4, like, and Anisimova gets the double break. 3-love. Yeah, the scoreline hasn't even been that, like, tie breaks or anything. It's just been, like, pretty routine. But it's just been very, very slow, this match. A very slow match. He has the clock. Why is he not giving a time violation? Well, he did give a time violation already. But he doesn't, I guess, and look, and I don't mind this from the umpire, but it's also like, what the hell? I guess he doesn't want to, like, start docking her first serve because that's the next point of contact, right? It's like, the next point of call is first you get a warning and then you lose your first serve. And I guess the umpire doesn't want to get involved and take her first serve away. He doesn't want to be responsible for, like, the result, I guess. But still, something has to be done. Just like this person putting scores in the chat. We have to time them out for 5 minutes. Something has to be done. All right, 15-love. Yeah, Sabalenka's coach's box should be frustrated because Sigmund is like, there's gamesmanship and then there's blatantly breaking the rules, and there's a difference. And there's a bit of fine in the net. Like, gamesmanship is getting to knowing what the rules are and pushing it to the limit. But then when you start breaking the rules, that's not gamesmanship. That's just blatant rule breaking, right? I mean, you can go up to 1 second left on the clock and take every second you got and then serve, right? And that's totally fine. You're within the time. But if you keep going over time, you're not doing gamesmanship. You're literally just breaking the rules at that point. It's not the same, Sabalenka, by the way, that's her first ace of the day. 40-love. Hello? And Sabalenka serves. A fault, second serve. Second serve. And this one, by the way, 3-love. Serving to the forehand Sigmund. Return goes to the forehand Sabalenka, who hits it wide, and it's 40-15. And I like gamesmanship. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of gamesmanship. I'm just not a fan of not a fan when someone is when it gets to the point where it's like just consistently, like, you can maybe, like, take a little extra time here and there, but when it's consistently, you're just consistently wasting everybody's time and wasting the clock. It's like Sabalenka with an ace down the tee. She finally leads. Sabalenka is 1 game away from the semis. Look, I hope the umpire doesn't get involved now that Sigmund's serving to stay in the match. Like, now okay, maybe he should have got involved earlier, but I feel like the umpire is going to dock her serve in this one if she takes a little extra time, which would be, I don't know if it's necessary at this point, but it's too late maybe. All right. Huge aces. 2 aces in that game too for Sabalenka, which is massive. She hasn't been getting 3 points. And she is now 1 game away from the semis. Also, Anisimova is in trouble, 15-30. Hating on Laura, it's not even about that. Because we've watched her in the past. Like, I don't mind that she does this. Like, I don't mind if she, but it's again, I have no problem with gamesmanship. That's fine. But gamesmanship turns to breaking rules when you start breaking the rules. Pushing the limits is fine. I have nothing wrong with that. So don't cry, please. But it's also on the umpire to get involved. Like, the umpire probably needed to set the precedent earlier instead of leaving it to the final set to give her a warning. I mean, he let it go for 2 hours. Like, that's on him. Like, he should have given her a warning in the first set to be like, hey, don't waste the time here, But he didn't. He left it until the 3rd set, which is on him, right? Maybe she would have, again, because penalty. That's why we have the clock. What's the point in the clock if we're not using it? There's no point in having a time clock if we don't use it. All right. Sigmund serving to stay in the match. As we get a return now to the forehand of Sigmund. Backing up from Sabalenka into the slice of Sigmund. She runs backwards. Sabalenka hits a forehand cross court. Sigmund with a passing shot goes wide. And it's 15, love 15. Also, advantage Anisimova for the double break. Sorry, for the 4-love lead. She's already got the double break. Hey, thank you, Crichton, for becoming a member. Appreciate it. No worries, Jane. Umpire should have warned her in the very first time she violated the clock. I mean, yeah, that's what the warning is there for. All right, love 15. Sigmund serves a fault, second serve. And Anisimova hits a backhand winner and she gets the 4-love. I tell you this, if Sabalenka does somehow win this match and Anisimova gets through, that's going to be tough for Sabalenka in a couple of days. All right. Serve to the forehand of Sabalenka. Return goes to the backhand of Sigmund, who hits it in the net. Love 30. Sabalenka 2 points away from avoiding disaster. And she was in a lot of trouble. She's been in trouble. This would be a huge relief for Sabalenka. All right. Sigmund serves again. Serving to the forehand of Sabalenka. Return goes in the nets. 15-30. 15-30. Pavlyuchenkova hits a lovely forehand winner. All right, 15-30. Sigmund serves again. Remember, we've got Alcaraz versus Norrie after this Sabalenka match. So the forehand Sabalenka, return goes to forehand Sigmund, sliced to the slice forehand of Sabalenka. Sigmund backhand on the stretch. Goes out, and Sabalenka's got match points to make the semi-finals of Wimbledon and to keep her 4 Grand Slam finals in a row alive. I mean, she's only 1 point and 1 win away from that happening, which is incredible. That she's been able to do that. If she can do it. Sigmund has done exactly what we expected. All the trickery, all the frustrating tactics that just are really annoying. We're going to serve now the forehand of Sabalenka return. Goes into the back of Sigmund. Sabalenka. Forehand again to the slice of Sigmund. Into the forehand and slice of Sabalenka. Sigmund with a drop shot. Too good. 1 saved. 30-40. Great drop shot from Sigmund. She's done that a lot today. A lot of drop shots. Is only quarterfinal though? Yeah, well, she's only 1 win away after this match. That's what I said. 1 point and 1 win away from 4 slam finals in a row. But she's still got to win this 1 point. I mean, it's been a great week for Sigmund. She's taken out Keys, who was one of the favorites, you know. Pushed Sabalenka to the brink so far. It's not even over yet, but Sigmund serves. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Return goes forehand of Sigmund, sliced. Sabalenka forehand down the line. Sigmund lob. Sabalenka smash. She puts it away. And Sabalenka's into the semis. That was such a frustrating match to watch and probably to play. Sabalenka's in to the semifinals. They hug it out. Sabalenka's like, thank God I got out of that one. And Sabalenka survives. And that is the definition of survival, that one. That was surviving all the things. All right, 4-1, by the way. Anisimova's got a double break. Sabalenka into the semis. And I'm glad the umpire didn't get involved, even when Sigmund was taking some time at the end there. That's, it was too late by that point to get involved. By the way, Pavlyuchenkova just stretching out her arm. We'll see what's up with that. But Sabalenka is into the semifinals of Wimbledon again. I think it's like the third time. She made 2 years ago when she played, because she didn't play last year. 2 years ago, she made the semis. 2 years before that, she made the semis. So she's made 3 semis in a row in five Wimbledon attempts. So 3 and 3, but 5 Wimbledons have gone past, right? Cam, has there ever been a player's name that gave you fits to pronounce? No, it doesn't. I don't really get fits, but Sigmund with a smile, that's lovely. She had a great week, great tournament at 37. But there are names that I just cannot get. Like I think it's Mychak. I can never pronounce his name properly. The Polish player. I think it's Mychak. I think so. I think I got it right in the end. I listened to it a lot, and I'm like, okay, I think it's Mychak. Again, I don't know. There's a lot of Russian names, a lot of Russian names, a lot of Czech names as well. They're bloody hard. It's the European names that get me. Some of the Chinese names are tough too, because it's like Zhang, Zhang, Sang. Like it's hard to get the pronunciation for those too, even though they look simple. Hey, Saeed, I thank you for the 17 months, but I don't really get fits. It's more just people reacting to me making a when I say something wrong and everyone's like, "You're saying it wrong." That's more annoying than anything. But I do my best, because that's all you can do. He calls her Barossa. No, I don't say Barossa. Barossa. With an A, not an ER. What are you talking about? See, this is more annoying when I get like people keep on like doing. That's the part that's like, it's not so much me trying to look at the name and go, how do I pronounce that? It's the people that are like, you're doing it wrong. It's like, 40 love. It's the reaction to me getting it wrong. That's the one. Is bloody a bad word? I don't know. Depends where you're from. All right. 40 love, and it's time to take the 5-1 lead. $40 love. 7 to the backhand. Pavlyuchenkova. Backhand out from Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova forehand open court. It's too good. And it's 40-15. 40-15. We could get Kaboli upset against Djokovic. I mean, maybe. All right, Anisimova to go to 5-1. $40-15. Double fault, 40-30. $40-30. By the way, if you want to keep watching, the hell? If you want to keep watching the Anisimova match, jump on over here. We'll start the Sabalenka-Norrie match up in a second as well. 5-1. Anisimova in the first. Winner plays Sabalenka in a couple of days' time. But Sabalenka wins. She avoids disaster. She gets through. She's into the semi-finals. If you want to know who she's playing, keep watching. Okay. Here we go. We've got Anisimova 5-1. $30 love. 30 love. Has it a backhand rally. And then Anisimova hits a winner. 30-15. 30-15. As Pavlyuchenkova serves another fault. Second serve. Second serve. As we had a double fault. 30-all. Pavlyuchenkova has definitely got an arm issue. She keeps shaking out her arm. She's definitely got a problem. $30-all. Serve from the back end of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova forehand goes long. And it's Anisimova with a set point. 30-40 to take the first set. $30-40. As Pavlyuchenkova serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve in the backhand of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova backhand. Goes out. Anisimova. 6-1 first set. Nice and cruisy. Any news on Sinner? Nope. One second, chat. All right. 6-1 for Anisimova. And then we got Alcaraz versus Norrie as well. Which will be interesting to see how Carlos does against Norrie. Norrie's not no pushover. Alcaraz is much better through the years. Yep. I think Sinner may play against Shelton. But even if he wins over Shelton, there's probably he doesn't play the continue. I don't know. We don't know how bad it is. And we might find out tomorrow. Okay. Let's start up this Alcaraz stream as well. Alcaraz versus Norrie. To see who plays against Taylor Fritz, who won earlier today. We're trying to find out who's going to play Sabalenka in the semis as well. So Sabalenka Fritz make the semis. All right. We're just waiting for Pavlyuchenkova to come back from the bathroom, and Anisimova is not amused. She is waiting patiently. All right, welcome back. We got double headers all round because Wimbledon don't want to schedule things properly, so they just decide to make us watch everything at the same time, which we love doing. Thank you, Wimbledon. But Anisimova, she won the first set 6-1, so she can watch Alcaraz play. I hope. I mean, maybe she wants to watch Norrie. But Alcaraz taking on Norrie. Winner plays against Taylor Fritz, who won earlier today. So let's see what happens. All right. Anisimova serving first in the second. Pavlyuchenkova does seem to have an arm issue as well, so we'll see what happens with that. Is it legal to wear earplugs versus Sabalenka? God, it's so sensitive. Why? You need to get your hearing checked if you're that sensitive to her play. All right. Backhand goes in the forehand of Anisimova. Forehand from Pav. Love 15 as Pavlyuchenkova forehand again. The forehand of Anisimova to the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Forehand Anisimova to the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Puts in the net and it's 15-all. By the way, if you have a problem with Sabalenka's grunting, please contact the WTA or Wimbledon. Call them. Call them, please, and thank you. Please do not come in here and use this as a session to make yourself feel better about it. Because, first of all, I'm not going to agree with you. So if you're coming here to look for validation, you're in the wrong place. Most people here don't care about the grunting and don't cry about the grunting. So if you come in here because you're like, oh, I'm going to go there and I'm going to have a lot of people say the same and say, yes, you are correct, the grunting is bad and it should be whatever. No, that's not going to happen here because we don't care about the grunting. It's not a big problem. It's not a bad thing. So, again, call Wimbledon. Call the WTA to get the rules changed. I don't know. Call somebody who cares because we don't care about the grunting. It's not a big deal. And if it is to you, that's fine. But don't look for sympathy because we're not going to agree with you. All right, 30-0. As you can see, and I'm not the only one saying that. You can see the chat. There's a lot of people echoing the same thing, being like, get over it. Like, people have been saying for like the last hour. Like, move on. Who cares? Wear earplugs if you need to. It's fine. Mute the TV. You got this. You can do it. We believe in you. 30-0. And if it was a hindrance, it would have been called. So, again, call the WTA to get the rules changed. Anisimova hits a winner, 40-30. All right. 40-30. Anisimova to take the 1-love lead in the second. Where's your dog? She was there, but now she ran away. She's gone to chill out on the couch, I think. As a backhand from Anisimova, that goes into the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Good drop shot. Anisimova's going to get it. Oh, and just hit it long. That would have been a great shot. All right, deuce. All right, we get to deuce. The collective whining about Sabalenka is louder. True. All right. Serve into the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova. Return goes out. Advantage Anisimova. All right. Pavlyuchenkova. Sorry, Anisimova trying to hold. Advantage. Anisimova as we're serving to the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova, and that goes out in the return. And Anisimova's got a set and 1-love in the second. All right. Alcaraz and Shelton are my favorites now. Cool. All right, 1-love in the second. By the way, chat, I got one of my predictions right. I said Sabalenka would make the semis. Yay! Woo! Finally, I'm getting my predictions. Some predictions right. Yay! Woo! 1 out of the 4 semi-finalists I picked. Let's go. All right, first serve's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Anisimova. She hits it out in the return. You went out on a limb there. Well, Jet. At least I made predictions and not sit there and criticize those who did without putting my neck on the line. At least I made a prediction. Yeah, it was lucky. 15-0. It was looking pretty dicey for a while. 15-0. Serve again. Into the backhand of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova backhand. Anisimova slice. Goes long. 30-15. All right. 30-0. As Anisimova hits out in the return, 40-30. All right. As Anisimova hits it out. And Pavlyuchenkova holds. All right. All right. Anisimova 15-love. As Anisimova 30-love. Mirra is 3.5. She turns 4 this year. She's getting. Yeah. All right. $30, love. $40, love. Anisimova to stay in front in this second set. Sinner may not play. If not, then Sinner Alcaraz is final again. I don't know. Djokovic might have a chance against Sinner if Sinner's not 100%. There's a bit of backhand in the net from Anisimova, 40-15. 40-15. 40-15. Anisimova to total of 2-1 in the second. Turn goes the forehand of Anisimova. Backhand now from Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova slice. Pavlyuchenkova backhand is a winner. 40-30. 40-30. 40-30. Anisimova is only 23. Younger than Swiatek, is she? No. All right. 40-30. As Anisimova serves again. Just waiting for Alcaraz and Norrie to come out on court. So we can kick things off again. As that goes out from Pav. And Anisimova's got a 2-1 lead in the second. She keeps the lead. All right. Kaboli may not win 10 games against Novak. Okay, well, we'll find out tomorrow when we watch him. We will find out tomorrow. All right. 2-1 to Anisimova. Are the match stats not working? No, they are. We're just waiting for the next match to start. So then we can then stats will work when Norrie and whatever starts. Sabalenka is qualified for WTA Finals. Nice. She's got a life expectancy of 12 to 14 years, still long years ahead for Mia. Yeah, I love it when somebody tells me my dog is going to die. Thanks, appreciate that. Something you don't need to say. I really don't need you to say that. Appreciate it, though. Thanks for telling me that. I think it went morbid enough. Remind me that. Thanks. That's great. Thank you. Anything else? 2-1. 2-1. Ignorance is bliss, chat. Ignorance is bliss. All right, 2-1. 2-1. As Anisimova with a return winner, love 15. Great return from Anisimova. And a big backhand passing shot too. We love that. Love 15. Love 15. Sort of backhand from Anisimova in the net. 15-0. All right, 15-0 as Anisimova forehand is a winner. 15-30. Anisimova to get the double break. Sorry, to get the break in the second. She hasn't broken yet. I'm ahead of time. All right, 15:30. Serve again. As Anisimova looks at a second serve. Second serve. Double fault. 15:40. As the return goes in the net from Anisimova. One save. 30-40. 30-40. All right, chat. Norrie and Alcaraz about to walk out on court. Alcaraz hugging every person in his team. Norrie, no friends. 30-40. As we return now to the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova forehand cross court long. And we get to deuce. We get to deuce. We get to deuce. That's harsh, Cam. It was a joke. There was no one in his team there. Alcaraz is hugging everyone and Norrie's just standing there because he's got no team with him. How was that harsh? It was a joke. Norrie, no friends. I'm sure he hugged them before he left the locker room. All right, advantage Pavlyuchenkova. All right. Advantage Pavlyuchenkova to level this second set. As the return goes in the net from Anisimova, and it's 2-2. All right. Players about to walk out on court. And we can start the second men's quarterfinal match between our favorite left-hander that's not named Rafael Nadal or Jack Draper or Denis Shapovalov or... That's probably about it. We love Norrie. Our favorite British left-hander not named Draper. That's right? Our favorite New Zealand / British lefty that's not under 25. Anyways, 15 love. Anisimova serves into the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova to the backhand of Pav as Anisimova forehand again to the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. As Anisimova forehand again, Pav hits it long and it's 30 love. All right, 30 love. All right, here we go. Norrie and Alcaraz walking out on court. Let's see how much crowd support Norrie gets because he is the one that plays under the flag, the British flag. Backhand goes into the forehand of Anisimova. Slice from Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova comes in. Pav with a pass goes up and wide. 40 love. Oh, God. Some people are so annoying. Can you stop being annoying? We get it. You don't like people. Whatever. All right, 40 love. Alcaraz takes off the cardigan. Kind of wish Federer was there today. But anyways, Anisimova hits a winner. 3-2. Anisimova in the second. As Cam said, as Sinner had scans this morning and isn't training today, most likely he's resting and they'll decide tomorrow. Yeah. Like I said, I'd be shocked if Sinner pulled out in the next, couple hours. It's 5 o'clock already, so I don't think he's going to be pulling out at 7 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, if he's going to make an announcement today, he would have done it, or he's going to do it in the next hour. I doubt he's going to be saying at 9 p.m., by the way, I'm not playing tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? So I'd say if he is going to withdraw tomorrow and he's going to announce it now, it'll be in the next 2 hours. During this match. Because, of course, right? They all do that. They wait until the worst time to make the news. But I have a feeling that the reason why he stopped doing the training today is because they said to him, take the day off and wake up and assess in the morning. So I don't think it's as bad. I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's obviously not bad enough that he had to withdraw immediately. So it must be a wait and see thing and a rest. Because, I mean, he played the match. It's not like Sinner got... He got it in the first game of the match and then he played for 2 hours. So, yeah, he played with discomfort and he didn't look great. But he wasn't... It didn't seem like he was that... Like, you know, he wasn't... what do you call it? It didn't stop him from playing, right? He kept playing. So I'd say he's probably been told by the docs, look, take the day off, rest, and we'll assess in the morning. If it's not good in the morning, then we'll make a call. That's what I would be suggesting is the case. I'm not a doctor, though. I'm an idiot. So don't listen to me talk about medical shit. All right, love 15. And watch Sinner in the next 30 minutes make a call. Someone's gonna say, oh, by the way, guess what happened? Anyways, love 15, and Anisimova trying to break in the second. 15-all. 15-all. Norrie coming off a 5-setter against Jarry in the previous round. Norrie and Alcaraz are playing in about 3 minutes. So whatever that time is in your world, it's 3 minutes from now. All right, 30-15. As Anisimova gets a 30-all. Chance for Anisimova to get this break. All right, 30-all. Put captions on your video, bro. I can't understand you. Bro, I can't help you. I'm sorry that my Australian accent is not working, but I just can't help. I can't do anything about it. 30-all. Backhand goes into the forehand of Anisimova, and she hits a win-up. 30-40. 30-40 to get the break in the second and lead a set and a break. 30-40. By the way, chat, I've already... Usually, chat, and I'm really bad at doing this. 30-40. I was going to serve from Pav. Into the backhand of Anisimova, return the net deuce. I'm really bad at this. I don't know. Chat, let me know in the chat if you're like me. I'm really bad about congratulating myself when it comes to like doing shit. Like I'm always just like, all right, we watched Wimbledon. Next. And not stopping to go, Wimbledon's over. That was a really good tournament, you know. Worked really hard, blah, 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 blah. I don't do that very often. I'm very much on to the next thing. Never stop to smell any roses. So I'm trying better to do. That's my 2025. I'm trying to do that more. It's very hard to do because I'm not used to doing it. I'm not one to pat myself on the back. There's a bit of forehand rally. Another break point for Anisimova. As it a backhand into the backhand of Anisimova to the backhand of Pav. Anisimova forehand into the forehand of Pav. Into the forehand slice of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova backhand goes in the net, and there's the break. 4-2. Anisimova. But I did buy myself a gift because who doesn't love presents? So hopefully after Wimbledon it will arrive because it was on special too, which is even better. It was on special. I've been looking for this thing and I can't find it because it was on back order for like so long. And then finally today, because there's a sale going on, I was able to finally put, but it's on back order, so I have to wait until it comes out. It's going to be out here in like, hopefully in a couple weeks. But I finally got the thing that I've been waiting to get. So, yay! What is it? It is a Lego, what is it? The Daily Bugle Lego Tower. It's so hard to find, and I was looking for it second hand or pre-owned, and I couldn't find it, and it was expensive on pre-owned. It was like people were selling it for stupid amounts, or people were selling it without the minifigure. I was like, oh god. So then I'm like, you know what? It's on sale. It was like 25%, 30% off, something like 25% off. I was like, all right, I'm going to get it. Finally get it. It's been like I've been waiting for like 6 months. I've been like, maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't get it. Now I'm like, I got it, and now it's going to get here after Wimbledon, and I'm probably going to forget that I got it, and then it's just going to show up on my door, and I'll be like, oh shit, all right, yay, here it is, and I can add it to my collection of Lego towers that I seem to be making a city. I'm building a Lego city apparently. 40 love. All right, who's winning this one, Chad? I'm going to go Alcaraz in 4. And this is over 40 love. Did I get the Roland Garros Alcaraz shirt? Not yet. It's apparently on the way. I've got to talk to the person who was going to send it. All right, 5-2 Anisimova. $5-2. So yeah, so that'll be on the way. Hopefully it gets here. All right. 15:30, chance for a break already. As Alcaraz hits to the back end of Norrie. Forehand from Alcaraz. Again, the back end of Norrie. Alcaraz forehand down the line to the forehand of Norrie. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Norrie gets the point, though. Alcaraz hits it out 30-all. Am I planning to watch the Superman movie? Not at the moment. I'm excited to watch Fantastic Four, though. I'm pumped for that. I'm so pumped for that. Yeah, I'm pumped for Fantastic Four. Can't wait for that one. I love the style of it being in like that futuristic 1960s look. I think it's called. I think I have a book. I bought a book on it. I think it's called Googie Architecture. That's what it's called. When back in the 60s, 50s and 60s, when they were trying to get to the moon, Americans were trying to get to the moon and beat the Russians to the moon, the space race. It was sort of that futuristic, curved concrete and stuff like that. It's I love that style. There's not much around anymore. Neon lights, all that kind of cool shit. I love that. And that looks like what this movie looks like. Alcaraz breaks. Does he? No. Norrie held. My bad. Norrie held. First game, 1 love. So yeah. Look up the original McDonald's. I think that's in that style is really cool. I love that kind of neon and curved concrete, and it's a real cool style. I bought a book on it. We don't have that shit here in Australia because we're not cool. Architecture in Australia is kind of really boring. It's very, very boring. It's very plain. It's very hard to find anything good. We lack interesting buildings. Everything's just a big skyscraper made of glass or a rendered concrete, cold grey box. That's pretty much what what Australia looks like. Mid-century modern. Yeah, I love Art Deco and mid-century architecture. I'm trying to turn my house into something like that. Yeah, the Opera House, but the Opera House is like, nah, it's all right. All right, 30-15. All right. 30-15. Pavlyuchenkova serving to stay in the match. As the return goes to the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Pav hits it out. 30-all. 30-all. And do the serve again. Into the forehand of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova gets to the forehand of Anisimova. Anisimova hits it out. 40-30. 40-30. Eureka Tower, Melbourne 108. Eureka Tower is mid. What's Melbourne 108 look like? Oh, it's that building. Those buildings are boring. It is tall. There's much better buildings that are shorter. Just because you're the tallest building in the city doesn't mean you're good. It's okay, but it's like shit. Like there's much better buildings than that. There's a big glass box that's got a bit of gold on it to provide a shout out to the gold rush. Like it's really just like whatever. There's much better buildings around the world. Norrie's up 40, by the way. Okay. Have you ever been to Japan? Yeah, I went to Japan last year. All right, return goes in the backhand of Pav. Pav hits it away, and it's advantage Pavlyuchenkova. All right, love 40. Norrie with a chance to break, but Alcaraz serves too big. Looking for a new space age look or what? Yeah, I would love to it to be like a space age look, but not like the shitty like gray like boring stuff. I want it to be like curves and neon and screens, like Japan. Japan's great like that. You know, Asia do it right. Asia have that futuristic look. They know how to do it. They got it going on. I mean, that's the shit that's awesome. But things that look like spaceships and stuff, you know, that kind of stuff's cool. Flying saucer cafes and stuff, you know. All right, 30-40, break point for Norrie. Serve to the backhand of Norrie. Return goes to the front of Alcaraz. Norrie on the stretch. Goes to the backhand of Alcaraz. As Norrie forehand again. Into the front of Alcaraz. As Norrie backhand pass. Goes out. Deuce. Does Australia have a space program? I don't think so. Advantage Pavlyuchenkova here. I don't think we do. And if we do, I don't know about it. Obviously, clearly. All right. Pavlyuchenkova holds, and Anisimova is going to serve to play Sabalenka in the semis. All right. Anisimova serving for the match. Oh, pardon me. I'm more for modern architecture, taller buildings, etc. Yeah. See, I love the Art Deco of New York, like that stuff. I love that stuff. I love those buildings. I love that kind of. Yeah, that stuff's awesome. Anyways, Anisimova, 15 love. I feel like modern's a little bit boring. Like contemporary modern is just like meh. Anyways, Norrie's got a break point again, but he hits it in the net and it's back to deuce. As we're a final from Anisimova, that's out. 15-all. Brutalist architecture is all right. I don't mind that. When it's like purposely, but I think some people just use like I don't know. I think that some styles are just used as an excuse not to do things. You know what I mean? Like people go, oh, we're just not going to finish this building and call it minimalist. And you're like, just lazy. Whereas I like brutalist architecture in the right context. And I appreciate a great like I would love to turn this place into a concrete warehouse apartment, but I can't because that's not possible. And it's expensive. Anyways, 30-15. It's been a smash from Pav, and it's 30-all. Pavlyuchenkova tries to get the crowd involved. All right, 30-all. Alcaraz holds, by the way, 1-all. All right, 30-alls. We're going to serve again. Into the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Forehand Anisimova to the forehand of Pav. Anisimova forehand to the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova on the stretch goes into the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova, who puts it away, and it's 30-40. Pavlyuchenkova fighting back as Norrie hits it out love 15. Perth looks amazing, by the way. Never been. I feel like Perth's just going to look like Melbourne or Sydney. Yeah, Perth looks just like Melbourne. Melbourne looks the same. All right. 30-40. As with a let on the second serve from Anisimova. $30-40. Serving to the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova backhand to the backhand of Pav. As Anisimova forehand again at the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova. And the forehand of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova goes long and it's deuce. As Alcaraz makes an error. 15-30, sorry. 15-30. Ugh. Necessity, the mother of invention. Create your own building in Australia and it will become famous. Yeah, no, there's too many rules and regulations here. That's why things get stifled. I feel like sometimes rules do inhibit innovation, you know, especially when it comes to buildings. It's so much regulation that like everything everyone plays it safe because it's just not worth the risk for some, you know. And that's why all the buildings in Australia, most of the buildings look crap and look ugly and look the same, and everyone just makes the same building because the rules are so strict. He's not answering my question, bro. There's like 1,000 people, bro. All right, Norrie's down break point, 30-40. As Norrie serves a fault, second serve. And this time trying to hold to win the match. Double fault, and there's the break. 2-1. Alcaraz gets the break. Anisimova in trouble again. Advantage Pavlyuchenkova. Two-1 Alcaraz. As Pavlyuchenkova into the forehand of Anisimova. Anisimova hits it out. All right. Pavlyuchenkova gets back on serve. I thought Australia might be a great place to live. Rod Laver doesn't think so. He doesn't live there. So you're basing it off where Rod Laver... Maybe Rod Laver moved because he was, married to somebody who lived in America. I don't know. Just because Rod Laver doesn't live in Australia doesn't make it a shit place. It's just not very close to anything, which is really shit. It's an island in the middle of nowhere. What do you expect? Anyways, we're back on serve. Pavlyuchenkova breaks. Pavlyuchenkova survives. Rodleva lives in San Diego. Cool. Come on, Cam, level up, lol. See, I don't know if you're talking about Nori or me. I'm hungry. All right. 2-1 Alcaraz with a break. Pavlyuchenkova serving to level the second set. All right. Pavlyuchenkova 15 love. Anisimova serve for the match not that 2 seconds ago. God, chat, it's 3 in the morning. There's nothing to eat at 3 in the morning. That's what's so rough about Australia too. Anyways, Anisimova is at 15. Oh! All right, 15 all. Yeah, McDonald's is the only thing that's open. I don't want that. There's no pizza either. Pizza's not open on at this late. All right, 15 all. All right, 15-30. Anisimova a chance to take the match here. 2 points away. Alcaraz 40-30 to get the 3-1. All right. 15-30. As Pavlyuchenkova serves the 4 minutes over. Pavlyuchenkova backhand is out. Match points, 2 of them for Anisimova to take on Sabalenka in the semifinals of Wimbledon. That'll be on Thursday. And that was just out by Pavlyuchenkova. Very, very unlucky. Alcaraz holds 3-1. All right, 15-40. 15-40. Match points for Anisimova to make it to her second Grand Slam semi-final. She serves a fault. Pav, second serve. Yep, Michael, I'm calling the scores. You can just chill. 15-40. Second serve. Second serve into the forehand of Anisimova. Backing out from Pav. Into the forehand of Anisimova on the stretch. Pavlyuchenkova down the line. Anisimova gets it back. Pavlyuchenkova down the line. Anisimova forehand in the net. One saved. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. One saved. 30-40. Serving to the forehand of Anisimova. Return the back into Pavlyuchenkova. Drop shot's good. Anisimova hits it in the net. And we get to deuce. 2 match points saved. All right. Alcaraz with a lovely... Norrie with a lovely winner down the line. All right. 15-0. Lovely hitting from Norrie. As Pavlyuchenkova serves a let. Serve again. Into the back end of Anisimova. Return goes wide. Advantage Pavlyuchenkova to level this second set. Anisimova's had 2 match points. She is looking stressed. As Norrie in the net, 15-40. Alcaraz to get the break. The double break. All right, advantage Pavlyuchenkova. She serves. To the forehand of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova slice. Anisimova. Forehand to the forehand of Pav. Pav in the net. We get the deuce. Alcaraz with a winner on the attack. Norrie let it go. The topspin let it go in. Double break for Alcaraz 4-1. It hit the line. Beautiful shot. Just ripped it cross court. All right, Alcaraz 4-1. Pavlyuchenkova serves. As return goes to Pav. Pav down the line. Beautiful shot. And it's advantage Pavlyuchenkova. Advantage Pavlyuchenkova to take the leveling game. 5-4, 40-30. As a return goes out, Pavlyuchenkova 5-0. She saves match points. She levels. 5-5. 5-5. 5-5. All right, back to Anisimova. All right. Love 15. Anisimova double fault. Love 15. All right. Serving to the back end of Pav. Return goes back into Anisimova. It's in the net. Love 30. Love 30. Serve again from Anisimova. The backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova backhand to the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Hits it out 15-30. $15-30. Alcaraz 40 love. As he hits a backhand winner, Alcaraz 5-1 in 20 minutes. All right, Alcaraz he has a point to prove. And Anisimova serves a fault second serve. Norrie will destroy discount Nadal. I'm sorry, but look at the score. I mean, it's not happening. But I guess if you hate Alcaraz that bad, 30-all. Norrie comes down with the volley and puts it away. 15 love. Remember, Norrie almost went up 2 love. All right, 40-30. Anisimova to take the lead and make Pavlyuchenkova serve to stay in the match again. As Pavlyuchenkova hits it out, Anisimova takes the lead again. 6-5. 30-15. 30-15 as Norrie serves out wide. The backhand of Alcaraz around the net goes out, and it's 40-15. 40-15. Norrie serves again. Serve again. Into the back of Alcaraz. Return goes in the back of forehand. Norrie in the net. 40-30. 40-30. Serve again from Norrie. Into the forward of Alcaraz. Return the net. Norrie holds. 5-2. 5-2 Alcaraz. Now, Pavlyuchenkova serving to stay in the match again. Anisimova was up match point. Twice. She had 2 match points. As we return now from Anisimova, as a winner. Love 15. Love 15. As return goes the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova, and Anisimova too strong with a forehand winner, and it's love 30. Love 30. Love 30. Serve again from Pav. There's a fault. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Anisimova. Return goes out. 15-30. Now Alcaraz with a lovely serve volley, 15 love. All right, 15-30. All right, Pav's hanging on, 30-all. As Norrie hits a lovely return winner. All right, 15-all. Great shot from Norrie. All right, 30-all. Big point for Pavlyuchenkova. Serving to the backhand. Anisimova hits it out in the return. 40-30. Pavlyuchenkova to get to the tiebreak in the second, and Anisimova looks worried. She looks worried like she's missed her opportunity. All right, 40-30. Also 30-15. Alcaraz comes in with a volley, and that's a winner. Set points for Alcaraz, 40-15. As a backhand from Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova forehand to the forehand of Pav. Anisimova hits it wide. All right, tie break, second set. Who's winning it? Let me know, chat. Who's got the tie break in the second? All right, 40-15. Alcaraz take the first. He does it with a fault. Oh, sorry, a let. Serve again. Serve to the forehand. Norrie, return goes in. Alcaraz volleys. Norrie pass. Alcaraz volleys. That's it. 6-2. Simple from Alcaraz. 6-2. All right. There's a backhand from Anisimova to the slice of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova forehand again. The backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova gets the point though. Pav hits it out. 1-love Anisimova. 1-0 Anisimova. Alcaraz only hit 5 errors in that set. 16 winners. That's one of the best sets of tennis that Alcaraz has played for the whole tournament. As that goes out by Anisimova, 1-1. That was a crazy set by Alcaraz. Hit Dan. I think this is some person looking for attention. All right, 1-1. As the return goes in the backhand of Pavlyuchenkova. Backhand from Anisimova to the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova to the backhand of Anisimova. As Pav goes in the net, 2-1 Anisimova with the mini break. 2-1. Anisimova gets the mini break. All right, 2-1. As Anisimova serves a fault. Second serve. As Anisimova hits it in the net, and it's 2-0. Anisimova is reacting a lot to losing these points. Like she is not. She is looking nervous. All right, serve out wide the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova down the line. The backhand of Pav. Anisimova eventually hits it long, and it's 3-2 Pavlyuchenkova. Pavlyuchenkova takes the lead. All right, 15:30. Alcaraz looking for that early break. 15:30. As a serve from Norrie into the back of Alcaraz. Norrie backhand. Into the back of Alcaraz. Norrie with the volley. Alcaraz passing shot down the line is just out. 30-all. All right, as Anisimova hits a winner, and it's 3-all. They change ends. Three. Sorry. Alcaraz hits a winner, 30-40. 30-40. Break point for Alcaraz in the second. As Norrie serves. And Alcaraz returns. Norrie back in open court. Too good. Deuce. All right, 3-3. As with a serve into the forehand of Anisimova, but she hits it wide on the return, and it's 4-3 Pavlyuchenkova. All right, 4-3. By the way, Cho, what are you doing after Wimbledon? We all deserve a long holiday, I think. It's been a big tournament. We all deserve a long break. 4-3 is the backhand return. Goes the backhand of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova forehand. Anisimova gets on the stretch, but it's in the net. 5-3 Pavlyuchenkova. Because we're going 3, because of course we are. 5-3 Pavlyuchenkova. As Anisimova hits it out, 6-3 Pavlyuchenkova to take us to a third. This would be heartbreaking for Anisimova because she had match points. And she served for the match. All right, Pavlyuchenkova to take the second set. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Anisimova. Backhand of Pav. To the backhand of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova forehand goes out. And it's 6-4 Pavlyuchenkova. So Ian McCallum is using binoculars in the front row of the royal box. And I appreciate that. Wonder what he's looking at. 6-4. What's he looking at? What's he need the binoculars for? All right, 6-4. Who's he staring at, you reckon? He's looking for somebody in the crowd, or what's he doing? What's he looking for? Anyways, forehand return is too good. From Anisimova, we're back on serve, but it's still set point for Pavlyuchenkova. 6-5 Pavlyuchenkova. Serve from Anisimova. Is a fault. Second serve. Mods, just start timing people out for half an hour if they put scores in the chat. Backhand goes into the forehand of Pav. Pav the net 6-all. Like this guy who just completely ruined everything. Thanks a lot, bro. It's 6-all, but we already knew that. Come on, brother. Rule number 3 or whatever the hell it is. I don't want to put members only mode on all the time. Because there's a lot of non-members who are not breaking simple protocol. Come on. Anyways, Norrie comes to the net. Sorry, Alcaraz comes to the net. Norrie passes him. Just don't put scores in the chat. It's pretty simple. All right. 6-6. 3-set point saved by Anisimova. She serves. A fault. Second serve. Serve again. Into the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova. Great return. And Anisimova slices it back, but it's wide. 7-6. Pavlyuchenkova. And it's on her serve to take us to a third. And Anisimova looks distraught. She is struggling. She is struggling. She had match points and she's still thinking about them. Anisimova is looking scared. Pavlyuchenkova serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova backhand. Into the forehand of Anisimova. Pavlyuchenkova down the line. Anisimova gets on the stretch. Goes into the forehand of Pavlyuchenkova. Anisimova down the line again. Pavlyuchenkova's got it with the backhand, but it's wide. And Anisimova 7-all. Big hitting. The winner plays Sabalenka on Thursday. Seven all. Seven all. Pavlyuchenkova serves again. As we default second serve. Serve to the forehand of Anisimova. But return goes out. 8-7. Pavlyuchenkova to take the second set. $15.30. With Alcaraz hitting a beautiful drop shot. 15-30. As Anisimova with a great serve, 8 all. Saves another one. Cam, has this been Wimbledon from Timu? That's harsh. All right, 8 all. Serving to the forehand of Pav. Great return. Anisimova in the net. Oh, it goes over! And then Pav gets it. And then Anisimova hits a passing shot winner. Wow, Anisimova somehow won the point with a couple of good backhands that were very... Well, the first one was defensive. Norrie 40-30. All right, match point number 3 for Anisimova. 9-8. I didn't think the first backhand was going over. All right, 9-8. Pavlyuchenkova to serve. Anisimova match point number 3 to play against Sabalenka in the semis. Norrie holds 2-1. No, he doesn't. He missed. Oh, my bad. Norrie's a deuce at 1-all. As Anisimova hits it out in the return and just yells at her coaches. They change ends. It feels like Anisimova needs this tiebreak. So, like, if she loses this set, she might lose this match. She is not in a good way. She is not in a good way. She is feeling the pressure. You would think that Anisimova was trying to get back in the match. And Pavlyuchenkova was winning because Pavlyuchenkova is so chill. She's like, I just saved a third match point. Okay. But Anisimova is stressed. Feels like a make or break tiebreak for her. All right, 9 all. 3 match points have been saved. Serve. Into the forehand. Backhand of Anisimova. Backhand from Pav. Anisimova backhand pass. Too good. Match point number 4. 10-9 Anisimova. Also advantage Alcaraz as Norrie hits it into the backhand of Alcaraz. Norrie forehand. To the backhand of Alcaraz as Norrie gets the point. Back to deuce. Okay. 10-9 Anisimova. Her 4th match point, and it's on her serve. She serves. Into the back of Pavlyuchenkova. Return to the net. Anisimova's into the semis. She falls to the ground. Finally gets it done. And she takes on Sabalenka in that semi. That is going to be a big hitting semifinal. Anisimova into the semis. Pavlyuchenkova, she had a good run, but I don't think anyone expected Pavlyuchenkova to make the quarters. She makes the quarters a lot. She's had a good career doing that. But Anisimova, what is it, like 6 years after her first semi-final as a teenager? I think it was like 17-year-old, played Barty in the semis of Roland Garros. That's 17. Now she takes on Sabalenka in the final. She wants this little kid to go out on the court. Who the hell is this kid? Some random little kid. Is it a cousin or something? Brother? She's taking on court this child. Anyways. Pavlyuchenkova is looking a little. Looks very upset. It might be her last legitimate chance. She's really upset, Pavlyuchenkova. That's sad. Might be her last Wimbledon. I don't know. I mean, she is in her 30s. But Pavlyuchenkova is in. Yeah, she is. She was totally fine during the match, but she is very upset. She's devastated after losing that one. But Anisimova brings this random kid on court. And he gets to share the moment. Now, Sabalenka and Anisimova is confirmed. That's going to happen. If you want to keep watching Alcaraz Norrie, jump on over because Norrie is trying to hang on. He hits a drop shot, Norrie. Alcaraz slice, drop shot. Norrie gets it, but it's in the net, and Alcaraz breaks 2-1 in the second. All right. 2-1 in the second. Alcaraz with the set and a break. But Anisimova wins. She is into the semis of a Grand Slam for the second time. And she's going to take on Aryana Sabalenka. And she's got a good record against Sabalenka, so that'll be really fun in a couple of days' time. But come on and watch Alcaraz. He's winning.